Someone. Go and point at it. Yeah, that one. Yes. Of course.
Also,
It's the most expensive coffee on the table.
Sure.
It's from Joey's freezer. Maybe Joey can come and tell just a teeny tad bit about it.
It's from a nice guy called Carlos Escobar. From Colombia. It's his company, De Veranda. And he's only like 4th or 5th best barista in the world.
Well, he's the 3rd best brewer in the world.
Third best
Third best brewer in the world.
And he also just helped with winning the AeroPress World Championship. So he's like a good guy, makes good coffee, and I really have been enjoying this coffee, and I'm glad that you also did do.
Is there anything else on the table that was really enjoyable? Yeah. That one. That one. Perfect. That one. Great.
like this too, and this one is I like.
Great. So half of the coffees chosen right now is Danish coffee, Danish roasted coffee, not Danish coffee, which is really nice. Yeah, great. Was there anything specific about the coffee that you liked? And please just tell. And we can if you describe a coffee that you really like, maybe some of us can go and taste the coffee, and we can be like, yeah, that's right. So please, anyone, why did you like the coffee that you liked? Romani.
I like this one because it's kind of round, and it tastes like coffee.
Yeah.
Some of the other taste a little bit like maybe tea or something a little bit more muted.
Yeah.
This one was quite how I imagine my morning starting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like an everyday vibe.
Yes. It's like I can do this every day.
But that's also a really good like sensory description. Like it tastes like I want my day to start every day.
Yes.
It's one of the best compliments a roaster can get, actually.
Then you know that you are hooked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Romani, now it's your turn. Why did you like the coffee that you like?
I thought it was a very surprising twist. The champagne really came through, but not like a classic champagne, but more the bubbliness of the champagne. If that makes sense. Like the sensation of bubbliness without actually the bubbles.
Yeah. You got some prickliness on the tongue.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and my friend had a very nice time with the rosy cheeks.
Rosy cheeks.
It's very very spicy in a way, like condiment spicy.
Mm-hmm.
But it can kind of get a little bit overwhelming. We both agreed on it would be something we would be very happy to be served, but I don't think we would buy it for an everyday kind of coffee.
No, exactly.
Most of their coffees are like that, like really bonkers, so much fun. I mean, it makes sense. The guys are like that as well. The guys are nice fun. So it's everything makes sense.
Where are they from?
Netherlands, right?
There are so many people from the Netherlands.
There are two Aussies that are roasting.
Exactly. Yeah.
They said like they are like the coffee. They're
Yeah.
absolutely bananas.
And their shop is as well. It's like, everything just. It is the same.
They did say
Also,
that
it's
they're rebranding a little bit by
Yeah,
now. They're
yeah.
going to be changing a little bit of the. I thought
Yeah.
this was maybe a little too much.
But then again, I
Like
mean,
that's what drew me to their booth was that,
yeah.
and then their taste was insane.
But also, like, I've never seen anyone describe their coffee as sexy.
No.
You know, like a sexy coffee. Like, what does that even mean? You know? So yeah.
Their descriptors were all super fun on
Yeah.
the bags. Made it really hard to choose. I think I got 2 bags from them at the
But that's as
festival.
well, like, they
Both
sold
of them.
out most of their things on the first day already. That they were like, I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow.
Like people
They
going
had
to the
this crazy
festival.
decaf as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, but people like people in the Rosa City's first time they're going to the festival, they sail out like mid Saturday,
Yeah.
and they're like, "What are we gonna do now?" We told you, you gotta bring more coffee than you expect, because people are just really willing to buy coffee that is special.
Yeah.
And that's also what coffee can be as well. It doesn't have to be the same coffee that you drink every day. You can buy something for Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, or like for something special. And that's really nice. But you can also have like great everyday coffee. And for this, for someone, this is great everyday coffee. For others, it's a fun thing on the coffee table. And yeah, it's coffee. It's great coffee.
What about you? Do you have the same cup at home, like the same set of cups, or do you like different cups?
We really like wash Ethiopian at home.
No, but like the cup where you drink it.
The ceramics?
Yeah. Because, for example, me, I also like think about like the cups that they need to fit into the washing machine.
Oh.
And then I get like OCD when they don't fit all of them.
So
They are the same always.
I'm really blessed by having only MK cups.
Really?
Yeah. Every year we do the festival cups, and I bring some home, and my girlfriend brings some home as well. So we have some great MK cups at home.
I only got the one from the festival. It looks very pretty.
Yeah.
Coffee.
It's really pretty.
It's
And
a
we're
collector's item now, right? Like every year, different vintage.
You have a stack at home.
Yeah, honestly, like my husband asked if we can please not bring any more home. Like, it's a must, you know, every year. Like we literally have a cabinet full of cups. And it's getting a little out of
Maybe just stop
control.
eating for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So that's what we have at home. We also have some fellow thermos and so on. But I'm really autistic in kind of way. I really need the same shape and same like. If the color is different, that's okay with me. But like, I want them to be stackable, everything, and and they're just really pretty. So yeah. But like cups can be a sensation as well. They can bring out different sensory in your coffee. Different shapes bring out different handle the aroma differently. So and you see it in competitions as well. They have different cups. I remember one competitor a few years back. He asked the judges what cup they wanted to taste the coffee, and he said like if you choose this kind of cup. You will get this kind of aroma, this kind of taste. If you choose this cup, you'll get this other kind of aroma and taste. And it's really fun that you can modulate your coffee in that way. So when you have some natural processed coffee, you can do one specific shape of cup, and when you have a washed Ethiopian, you can do another. If you want to do it like that. So yeah.
It's like wine. It works the same way. The shape of the glass.
I think there's, is it 8 times more aroma in coffee than there is in wine? So when you're very cheeky wine buddy, he's like, oh, this is the best of aroma. It's like, yeah, have you heard about coffee? And a lot of restaurants are doing coffee pairings as well. Instead of only wine pairings.
Also in Tenet, if you buy coffee, then you get like 2 cups, 2 different cups for your coffee, so you can try it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Any more coffee we can talk about? You want to talk about? No? Yeah. Okay. So I just have one last exercise. I just want you to take your spoon. If you haven't. If you don't have a spoon in your hand, just take one of the used spoons over there and place it by the coffee that you really enjoyed. I just want to see it after every round what kind of coffee that people like. And if there's a coffee that you really enjoyed, take a picture of it, share it on Instagram, Facebook, and so on.
Actually, my favorites are like on this very corner. I don't like yellow bird. And I was like, holy shit, what is this? And then I looked at the website and it's like, oh yeah, this is also because it's like 3 times as expensive as their usual stuff. Okay, it makes sense. Don't worry about it. Yeah, the rental were like super nice at the festival as well. It's like, ooh, yeah, okay. That's really good stuff.